NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Wilson to throw right away.
And his first look is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Wilson. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
On the set. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 23.
97.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
H3, 218, chopper.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And it's caught.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Ready up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
10 seconds.
2nd and 9 now.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown, then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
They'll set up to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Ready, ready.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
They're going to try and throw.
And complete to Drake London. On the move past the 40. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Back to throw here.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it, and the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. They go play action now. Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here we go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
They'll set up a throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. He will push his way down to about the 14.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyler Lockett, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons are back within a score.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They go play action with Wilson.
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. Right back to him on first down.
Benjamin St. Juste there on the stop.
Ready?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Looking for London on the out route complete. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Ready?
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 8 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he goes out right around the 39. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
And the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On third down, Wilson. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
They bring pressure there on third down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the 1st down.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Race, don't trap.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
80 weapon, 80 weapon.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
10 seconds. Steal. Check steal. Right.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Got his man. It's London.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Drake London.
50 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
So it takes him just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on fourth down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
Ritter will throw for it.
And that's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Now it's Wilson. Catch is made by Herring. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Wilson now to throw on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Let's go. 2nd and 7 from the 20. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Ready? That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Now this time he'll look to throw. This pass is caught by London. Touchdown! Drake London with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
61 on the ball.
They go play action now. Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Commanders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. It's complete. It's Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Yellow, blue. Yellow, go. Ready?
They'll look to throw now on first down.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts.
59 yards.
And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Weapon. I 7, let's go. General, West.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. He'll find Harry on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Play action. It's Wilson. Dancing to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And credit that sack to D'Angelo Malone.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to look deep down the field. And now here is another interception.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Falcons are going to have it here just past the 25. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay. Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
Trouble, 38.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
43 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. This is Miller, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ready.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Strike. Check. Strike. Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Going quickly out to the right side. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Shot. 17. Hey, cross deal.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Hey, check mega. Ready?
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
52 plastic. Mega.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ultra.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go now.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Check steal.
2nd and 6. On the right side, this is Miller. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there.
Well, partner, under the lights in prime time.